So after that first exciting women's doubles, we're now on to men's singles of the highest quality. Kento Momota, the world champion, up against the winner of the Asian Games Championship, Jonatan CHRISTIE from Indonesia. Players standing by as we have a chance to look at the men's singles draw.
Men's singles, Kento Momota, Japan versus
Jonatan CHRISTIE
Indonesia.
Prevented another encounter between Anthony Ginting and Kento Momota, as Jonatan CHRISTIE won the all-Indonesian affair and also gave himself a chance to qualify for the World Tour finals, because he needed to beat Anthony Ginting, and in fact he needs to win the tournament in order to pass Anthony Ginting on the Race to Guangzhou ranking and take the second Indonesian spot available instead of Ginting. First spot is of course taken by the veteran Tommy Sugiarto, who's already qualified for the tournament. Head-to-heads, Kento Momota one up. Won in All England 2016, just before he got banned for visiting a illegal casino back in Japan. Tough three-game match there. So here is Kento Momota, born on the 1st of September 1994. And he's from Mino in the Kagawa prefecture on the island of Shikoku. That is the smallest of the four main Japanese islands. And one of the fun facts there is that they're actually farming square watermelons in Kagawa. This is the road to this quarterfinal. Two three-game matches. First against Lindan. Second first round encounter in a row. They also played in last week's Fuzhou Super 750 Open. And then in the second round against compatriot Kanta Tsuneyama. So he's worked for his spot here in the quarterfinal, the top-seeded Kento Momota. He's won 8 individual tournaments this year, all levels. Won Hanoi International early in the year, and of course won both Super 750 and Super 1000 tournaments. Here's Jonatan CHRISTIE, just 21 years of age. Started very, very young on the international circuit. Very, very popular, but also surprising winner of the Asian Games on home soil in Jakarta. Beat Chou Chin-Chen in that final. He's had a little bit of an easier road to this quarterfinal, as he's won both his matches in straight games. Best result this year for CHRISTIE is, of course, the Asian Games gold medal. Apart from that, he was the runner-up in New Zealand Open earlier this year. Lost to Lindan and then reached the semi-final in the Korea Super 500. Otherwise, he hasn't really dominated on the World Tour, and that's why he's in danger of missing out on the World Tour finals unless he can win this tournament. Played last year here in Hong Kong. Did Jonatan CHRISTIE lost the first round to Wang Tzu-wei.
On my right, Kento MOMOTA, Japan.
And it's also the first time that Kento MOMOTA has passed the second round here in Hong Kong, as he lost in 2015 in the second round to Ginting. And prior to that, lost in the first round in 14 and 13. Ready to play?
Service over. 1, low.
Good follow up there by Jonatan CHRISTIE. Good read.
1, off.
Seems like he was hesitating a little bit there, the Indonesian,
1.
reckoning that Momota would get his shot back, and he was focusing backwards instead of sort of committing fully to the aggressive shot on the front court. Shot.
Service over. 2.
The Indonesian singles coach, Hendy Saputra. He started out in the driver's seat in the rallies, in my opinion, Jonatan CHRISTIE.
2.
And when you look at the two players, he looks the fresher of the two, if you can say that positive way. But on the other hand, I thought Momota has looked bit tired, even in Fuzhou China Open, but he went on to win it, and it seems like stamina is no problem at all. So this could be a very interesting match, I suspect. Wait.
5, 2.
It was way wide. Can't really understand it. Momota is trying a shadow movement with his arm, and how could I do that? Doesn't really get it. Easy mistake. Christie seems like he's very accurate from the back line.
Play.
Efficient cross smashes so far
7.
from Jonatan CHRISTIE. This time towards the forehand side of Momota. Another mistake, but he's really going for that short backhand corner of Momota's there. He wants to make him take an extra step to get to it, and it might be clever, but it's also a little bit risky because you can easily make some mistakes if you wanted too much. Interesting rally where Momota sort of matched the patience that Jonatan CHRISTIE has shown so far in this first game, and said, okay, let's play some clears then. And we also saw that Momota is capable of playing with accuracy in his cross drops from the back line.
Seven, 8.
Accurate net shot from CHRISTIE.
Service over. 9, 7.
well left. It's gone long as well. And a 4-point lead for the Asian Games gold medalist Jonatan CHRISTIE as we head to the interval here in the first game. 11-7.
Dengan caranya kita project.
Interesting to see how the world champion Kento MOMOTA will respond to the way the first game has gone so far. Nakanishi, the men's singles coach for the Japanese A team. Gone long. Good job by Jonatan CHRISTIE. He's standing far forward on the court and still managed to more or less control the rallies.
Court 2, men's singles. Lee Dong-Kun, Korea versus Sun Wen-ho, Korea. Umpire
Overdid it.
Japan. Service judge Wayana, Indonesia. 2號場將會舉行嘅比賽係男子單打，由韓國嘅李東根對韓國嘅孫元富。裁判嚟自日本嘅時川佑，發球裁判嚟自印尼嘅Wayana。
Punished immediately by MOMOTA. Great net play by Jonatan CHRISTIE, and it's interesting that when he's attacking in his smashes, I'm sitting like 10-15 meters from the court, so a really good view here, and it's not like he's going for the win at all. He's just playing a smash and then really focusing on getting quick to the front court so he can play a very good follow-up shot. And so far, a great tactical effort from Jonatan CHRISTIE. One of the things that Momota perhaps could do was trying to raise the pace a little bit, but it's difficult here because the shuttles seem a little bit slow, so I think Christie would perhaps be able to neutralize it too easily. He's challenging there in the backhand at the net. Nice clear. That's well played by Jonatan CHRISTIE. Excellent. It was actually quite a low hit punch clear he had there. But it was something that we hadn't seen a lot and created problems for Momota. It's gone wide. Preferably when you play these drop shots, they should land in front of the service line. That way you have a chance to make the court big for your opponent. You can force him to take half an extra step or even a full extra step sometimes. Tried the same there, CHRISTIE, but a little bit inaccurate the last shot. Lots of perspiration. He's really working for it, Kento MOMOTA, and so is Jonatan CHRISTIE, and he wants the court mopped. Already qualified for.
You qualified when you're on the World Championships because there's an exemption for all World Champions no matter where they are on the qualifying ranking. The race to Guangzhou, but he's safely qualified there as well as he's second on that list only behind Cho Chin-Chen.
Challenge from CHRISTIE, and Momota hands over the shuttle. I think he perhaps agrees with the Indonesian. Yeah, in the middle of the line. That's not exactly a good call. Lucky that it was on the TV court where we of course have Hawkeye to elaborate. Good shot, little deception. It's difficult to kill it. It's gone wide. So difficult to kill the attack in here, even from the far side of the court, where Momota is playing a little bit with the drift, but
14, 17.
shuttle's quite slow. And people might think, why don't they just change to another speed? Because there has to be 3 different speeds available, and the problem is that if the neighboring speed is simply too fast, then there's not so much you can do. It's been a really good game, in my opinion, from Jonatan CHRISTIE so far here in the first game. Really tactically disciplined. What I'm curious to see is whether he can maintain this same level of physicality throughout the match. I'm pretty certain that Momota can almost play the whole match in this pace here. It seems like he can't really increase the pace a lot. But what happens if Jonatan CHRISTIE's pace, or his sort of physical excess goes down a little bit? That's what I'm curious to see. Landed in.
Service over. 15, 18.
Oi. That's a sign to me that there's not that much more left in the tank with Momota. He wasn't really able to get in the air for that smash there. Well played. And these tight net shots, both from the middle of the court, but also from the back line, seem to do the damage on the Momota of today. 5 game points for Jonatan CHRISTIE. Excellent. Called in, but CHRISTIE's challenging. I think it was actually well in. It's the top of the tape. Oh, a fantastic save, but in the end, Momota prevails. Ooh. It's a little bit tense now. Jonatan CHRISTIE has done all the hard work so far in this first game. Would be a catastrophe to drop it. Good clear. He's survived 3 game points. Now the world champion. A little lucky with the first one he survived, where his smash hit the top of the tape. Then there was the service return pushed into the net. And now this well-played rally, and I'm pretty certain that he's quite tense, Jonatan CHRISTIE. Extraordinary performance by Kento MOMOTA, keeping it together, now equalizing, so far surviving 4 game points. It's gone wide. He was riding on his racket skills in this rally. It was almost enough. He definitely had the control of the rally. Now facing 5th game point. It's called in, but there's a challenge from Jonatan CHRISTIE, and if he's correct, he's taking the first game. If he's wrong, then he's out of challenges. Good deception. And now game point for Kento MOMOTA. He was 16-20 down. defense. Net ball. It's gone wide. What a fantastic rally by the two players. Jonatan CHRISTIE survives a game point as well.
Service over. 22. All.
He's actually had 6 game points, Jonatan CHRISTIE. He was up 2015. Good shot. Excellent cross smash from Jonatan CHRISTIE. His 7th game point here in the first game.
23. 22.
Good save. And there it is. After 32 minutes of play and on his 7th game point, Jonatan CHRISTIE takes the first game 24-22. He set it up by playing so well, tactically disciplined in the earlier stages of this first game. And finally got the reward. So the umpire has called 20 seconds, and Jonatan CHRISTIE is just changing his T-shirt. Should actually give him a warning if he's not ready to play after those 20 seconds. Outside of the picture, the umpire, Esad bin Salman from Malaysia, is telling him that he should be ready. And I actually don't think it's enough to tell him. There's no business starting changing his shirt after 40 seconds of interval. Some might think it's a bit harsh, but I mean, that's the rules. So, the second game underway, and Kento MOMOTA must try to find a way to come back. Looked like Jonatan CHRISTIE was a bit tense towards the end of the first game, and if that's given him some confidence winning it after all the effort that he put into it, then I think it could be difficult for MOMOTA. On the other hand, I think there was some things in MOMOTA's game towards the end of the first game that was promising coming into the second. That shot there, the long straight return instead of playing it to the net, seemed to neutralize CHRISTIE's attack on that short backhand a little bit. Oi. Miss it.
3-1.
Well played. And if I were MOMOTA, I would definitely try to get a lot more of the net game going in the forehand side. Seen earlier, especially in Asian games, that Jonatan CHRISTIE does not at all have the same touch in the forehand side as he have in his backhand side. Another point for Kento MOMOTA. So some of the keys play a bit more to the forehand side in the net, and when Jonatan CHRISTIE plays these net shots close to MOMOTA's backhand side, then play straight back to Jonatan CHRISTIE's backhand, that could be some of the recipe for a comeback here in the quarterfinal of Yonex Sunrise, the Hong Kong Open 2018.
Service over. 6-2.
Good start for MOMOTA. Great character, because a lot of players would be disappointed after surviving that many game points in the first game, having won yourself, and then finally ending up losing it anyway.
8-2.
gone long.
9-2.
Yeah. And the start that Jonatan CHRISTIE has got here in the second game, I mean,
10-2.
if I were him, I think I probably would start concentrating on the third and final game, unless he scores some quick points. So there's still hope for a straight game victory here, but I think it could be dangerous for him if he spends too much energy in the second game and ends up losing it, because if he doesn't have that excess energy, then I think Momota's racket skills will do the job.
Service over. 11-3 interval.
So in double quick time, 8 points advantage for Momota. Here in the second game, 11-3 up, 1 game down.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Eleven, 3. Play.
Great attack there by Jonatan CHRISTIE.
4-11.
It's gone wide.
Service over. 12-5.
Quite consistent with that shot there.
14-5.
He's definitely not going to spend too much energy, Jonatan CHRISTIE, in this second game here. But yeah, if I were Momota, I wouldn't mind playing some long rallies as long as I was in control, because definitely has the better read on where Jonatan CHRISTIE is placing his shots.
Service over. 6-16. Service over. 17-6.
Seems like the drift could be a factor in men's singles, as even though we saw in the women's doubles that it was difficult to get the correct length on your shots playing on this near side of the court because there was too much drift against you, then it seems like you can actually play it long when you're playing the far side of the court. You can play it long on this near back line and have to be a little bit more careful with your shots. Game point. 8. Stays on his own side, that drop shot there. But game is of course decided. Second game easily to Kento MOMOTA. Terrible start to the game for Jonatan CHRISTIE, and decided not to put much more effort in it. Does he have enough excess energy in the third game to win it? That's the question.
Kita udah pertama diskusi pertama itu ada siapa yang tahan doang. Kalau ada waktu kamu bisa rasain kalau dia berapa sukar kan.
So, Yusuke Nakanishi in the picture here, putting on his tracksuit, ready to follow Kento Momota. His quest for a semi-final berth here in the Yonex Sunrise Hong Kong Open. Good start from Momota. Looking to take control of the rallies. He read that Momota. He was already leaning towards it, and I think he made Jonatan CHRISTIE overdo that cross smash there. Good shot, excellent. That's where he's, in my opinion, better than almost any other player. The creativity on the front court, not just playing it back and playing a 50-50 sort of transportation shot. Again, little deception on. Good return from CHRISTIE. Slipping away from the Asian Games gold medalist. Simply too many errors here in the beginning of the third game. Excellent play by Kento Momota. What a fantastic touch he has in that backhand. It actually looks like he's upped the pace just a little bit, or at least up the alertness and concentration. Saying, okay, you can almost play the backcourt and you won't be able to hurt me. At least you have to prove that you can hurt me. And I can't. Jonatan CHRISTIE. And that's the problem for a lot of the players, that you start out with one weapon in the toolbox, and it works fine for a while, but then countermeasures are taken, and now Momota is 11-2 up here at the interval in the third game. And if you want to beat him, I think you need to have more weapons in that toolbox, because he's a clever player. Excellent touch. Good angle on that shot there. Consistent with the last 2.5 game. A netted smash from Jonatan CHRISTIE. Yeah. Great touch. And Momota just gives up. No, I'm not going to go for that one. Excellent. A little deception. The arm starts out as if it could be a clear or a smash. The arm speed, and then just reduces the arm and racket speed just before he makes impact. Well placed. Excellent follow-up by Momota. Stays in as well. He's hard to beat, Kento Momota. It's been hard to beat all year. That's the traits of a great player. You take Linh Dan as an example. So he's won 85% of all his matches, but he's stretching a little bit here. Kento Momota, it seems like all the 3-game matches are starting to get to him. And Linh Dan's rival over the years, Lee Chung-wei, he's played more than 100 matches more than Linh Dan, and still holds an 84, almost 84% winning percentage throughout his career. That's amazing numbers, in my opinion. Landed in, and 11 match points now for Kento Momota, the world champion, world #1 and top seed in this tournament. And there it is. First time of asking, and he books his spot in the semi-final of this tournament for the first time ever. Deserved applause from the audience.